Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, this is my group. It's called Single Mom in 618. And this is my daughter Kiana. She's going to explain who she is, and we're going to talk a little bit about Travel CNA. We're going to talk about being a single mom, what Travel CNA means to her, what she thinks a Travel CNA is, and also what she thinks a Travel CMT also is, and the do's and the don'ts. I guess more so what she likes and what she doesn't like about my job. Okay, so we're gonna jump in. She's gonna introduce herself and tell you guys a little bit about her, and she's gonna go.
Alright, my name is Kiana. I'm turning 13 in next month, actually. I'm in the 7th grade, and one of my favorite hobbies, I would say, would be cheer, probably. I do that a lot.
How long have you been cheering? Tell them how long you've been cheering.
Since I was like 6. Yeah, 6.
Mm-hmm. She's been cheering ever since she was 6. We started her off doing, she cheered for like a little church, and then she started cheering for, I'm trying to think, then she did gymnastics, and then me and her dad actually enrolled her into a actual, like, all-star cheer team, yeah, which was really expensive. And then we ended up doing some traveling. We went to, where did we go? Nashville.
Our first ever competition was in Nashville.
We went to Nashville, and then they cheered at Six Flags. And then where else?
Was it Kansas City?
We went to Kansas City. Did you go, or did they cancel that? I can't remember.
They canceled a lot of competitions.
Yeah, she had a lot. It was a lot of things going on with that cheer company that she was actually enrolled in. And because my child has been cheering for a long time, me and her dad actually chose to take her out of this certain company because there was a lot of smuggling of money. It was just a lot of just crazy stuff going on. And because she cheers really well, we did not want to ruin her reputation with this cheer company. So fast forward some, she actually started doing, she started cheering for her school. Tell them about that.
So I was in 6th grade, and you try out for the cheer team towards the end of the school year, and you do cheer over that cheer team over the summer until the next year of January. So I started in 6th grade May 2nd, May 3rd maybe, and then I got taken out because my grades were failing, but the cheer season did end in January.
Yeah, so long story short, when you are a kid, sometimes you tend to get distracted, and that was one of our biggest things that I think that my child was a little bit obsessed with the popularity it brought and hanging out with her friends, because after speaking with her coach and stuff, even though the coach had her little issues also, Kiana just wasn't really focused, so her grades was tending to slip. And in order to be in the cheer team, you have to have your grades up to a certain level, and also in my household, you have to have your grades also up to a certain level to continue on cheer, because you're a student first, and then you're also a child at home, and then you're an athlete. So we chose to take her up out of cheer, and we have seen a significant improvement when it comes to the grades. So this is my daughter Kiana. Everybody finally gets a chance to meet her. Say hi to everybody out there.
Well, Mom, did I ever tell you about my new hobby? I have 2 different hobbies, cheer and acting. Those are one of my big things. Acting, I love acting. I did it when I was 6, and then my lessons, I got taken away from those lessons.
So we'll see. We're probably going to end up revisiting something maybe a little later. We'll see. We really don't know yet. But let's jump in. Let's start talking about Travel CNA. So Kiana has seen me make this group, make different videos for her, but she has never really been in the videos. I don't know. Have you ever watched any of my videos before? Okay. So this group mainly, I'm going to explain to her, and I guess I'll explain it to you guys as well. This group mainly caters to people who are travel CNAs. A lot of people hear the word CNAs and they think low wages, they think you're stuck in just a facility, a nursing home. They don't really look at the big picture. I've been a CNA since 2011. It's 2020, so about 9 years. And about 3.5 years ago, if you go back and watch some of my other videos, I kind of explained all of that. I got into the world of travel CNA. It has been the best thing in the world that I can think of. I worked at a facility for 6 years. Yeah, about 6.5 years. And I was really fed up. I was tired. I was tired, low money, didn't really make a lot of money. I was always tired coming home from work. I was always stressed out, irritable. And she actually was doing cheer, like I said, at the church, and she had to be at games every Saturday. And so, in order for me to attend those games, I had to work every Sunday to have every Saturday off and stuff. So when I heard about the travel CNA business and stuff, if you go back, like I said, to look at my videos, 'cause I'm not going to really explain because it's a whole long story. When I heard about that and the flexibility that it brought and stuff, being a single mom, we need that flexibility. Her dad is very active in her life as well, as far as like helping when it comes to certain things though, but she resides with me full time. So I still needed that flexibility to be able to do certain things. So when I got into the travel CNA world, I was like, man, this brings me so much more flexibility, but not only flexibility, the money is like really good and stuff. And so for me, being able to have that flexibility and being able to make more money and this and that, I transitioned out. What happened was I ended up leaving my facility job, and then I was leaving my facility job anyway because I explained that a little bit also in my other video. I have a degree in social services, so not only am I a CNA or CMT, I have a degree in social services as well. So I was actually getting ready to graduate college, and I kind of wanted to start finding something more in my field as well. I do not currently work in my field of study because, for one, like people know, when it comes to social services, you do not get into social services for the income. You get into social services for the outcome and stuff. And at the time, and even now, I would love to jump back into social services, but right now, and especially being a single mom, travel CNA is what fits me because, like I said, the money is what we need, and we are able to do a lot more. I'm gonna let Kiana explain some things that maybe she thinks that was different before I started being a travel CNA to now. Like, what do you think has been different in our lives since I've been making more money?
Alright, so since we're making more money, I feel like we have a better house now. We have more things in our home now. Like, we have opportunities to get more things. Not that we're taking advantage of, like, oh, we have more money, we get more things now.
We've just been blessed. Yeah.
And so I think that, like, before that, we were kind of like in all these budgets, I guess we could say. And we lived back in our other apartment over on.
We didn't have a budget, you guys. We had nothing. We did not have a budget, and so I'm just gonna tell you guys a little bit what she's talking about. So we recently actually just moved in September, and before September, I've been in an apartment for 9.5 years, and it was based off of your income. And at the time, it was really fitting for me because I was working at a facility, and I think I was making, like, maybe it was like 10, I think, what was it? It was like 10 or 10.50, somewhere around there. And then they gave us like a raise. Everybody was so excited. Like, it was like the big thing. We were like, don't tell the housekeepers that the facility gave the CNAs a raise. It was only a 50-cent raise. But you would have thought that they, threw the bag at us and stuff. It was a 50-cent raise. We made $11. And a lot of people don't realize that even making $11 an hour, when they take taxes out, you're probably really only making $9 or $9.50 an hour and stuff, which that's not enough money in this world, even back then. And so, because that was back in 2006, it was 2014 to 16 and stuff. So even then, it was not a whole lot of money and stuff, though. So when I say we did not have a budget, when you have a budget, that means that you have room to pay for this and to pay for that and pay for this and pay for that. No, we were literally like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like, what bill can I pay in order so this does not get shut off, whether it was the water bill, whether it was the power bill, or whatnot. So since I became a travel CNA, we have had more money to do a lot more things. I actually, like I said, we moved out of the apartment that we were living in, which I'm really happy about that. We have a lot more room. I wish we had another bathroom and stuff because it's too much. Like, it's way too much and stuff.
Definitely in the mornings.
Yeah, definitely in the morning time, and she needs her own bathroom in general, so she can mess that up, and so I can mess mine up and do whatever I want, and whatever. But we have a bigger place now. It's more spacious. We have a bigger kitchen because we all used to be like butt to butt in the kitchen. Now we have a lot more room. We have a backyard.
It's a big backyard.
It's big.
It's a spacious backyard.
Yeah, it's really spacious. It's fenced in. We're actually getting ready to. I bought a gazebo. We're gonna.
Looking at that hot tub.
Yeah, we're thinking about a hot tub. Just little materialistic things that we won't go too deep into, but we have just basically been able to do more things. So, what is one thing that you think that by me being a travel CNA and making more money, what is one thing that you think that I have benefited from?
Benefit. I guess like more money, like
Mm-hmm.
because like since you get all these different, not a lot of opportunities, but you get a majority of opportunities to go places. So different places give you different money and
Amounts of money. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that she knew that. So when you when you do travel CNA, a lot of the facilities your pay is based off of the facility. There are some agencies where you get one set rate though, but there's other when you work for other agencies, this facility may pay this facility may pay that. So another one of the benefits I think is, I don't want to say benefits, but I think it's become one of my personal things. I am a true Amazon shopper. I am a true Amazon. Like, I think we get a package here every single day almost. So
Probably, yeah.
yeah, but the thing about it is, though, I have been working on, decorating this house and stuff and different things like that. Like, one example is she has a body pillow in her room. So, her new comfort set is purple. So, I bought her a body pillow, pillowcase or whatever to match her comforter. So, it's little things like that. It's a lot of things that we need. I've got brakes for my car, things like that. And so, I never just shop on, and I got this shirt too. I think, this shirt came off of Amazon. I've been wanting some more of the, what do you call them? Off the shoulder shirts and stuff.
I don't use Amazon that much. I like to go out shopping. Like, I always ask my mom if we can just go out and shop because we used to do that a lot.
Yeah, we used to do. My thing is, because I try, even though like with travel CNA, you will learn that you will make more money. I try to be frugal about mine because at any point in time, one thing that you have to remember is you are being blessed to do something. So just because you're being blessed to do something just because God has given you a better opportunity does not mean that you take the horse by the reins and you run off with it. So me, I am still very frugal. I do not say cheap. I hate that word cheap because I'm not cheap. Frugal is like, if you look up the actual definition of frugal means that you spend your money in important places and stuff. I have to look up the actual Webster's dictionary version of frugal, but it actually means that you spend your money in places that, like, it means that you save more. You know what I mean? If you can get this same shirt at Walmart for $20 versus if you get on Amazon, you may find the same shirt for, say, $10. So that gives me an extra $10 that I may, as a single mom, need to go buy food for in the house or something like that. So I consider myself frugal. Let's kind of switch gears about the whole financial thing. What else do you think Travel CNA has brought?
Good or bad?
Either one.
Alright, so I'm going to go with it's not a bad one. It's just like, when you go traveling a lot, I can't be home by myself because I'm not old enough for that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go to my dad's house, and sometimes I have to go for the whole summer, kind of like how it was last summer. And like that kind of keeps me away from my friends because like I only have 2 friends that are at my dad's house, and we barely hang out at all. Most of my friends live over here, and so it'd be easier if I could just be over here. And like, if you think about it, I wish like sometimes I could just like stay like a week with my friends, but my mom would never allow that.
Yeah, no, never.
She thinks that people get tired of me too
Right.
easily.
So when in another video I had talked about being a travel CNA and being a single parent and not really having a support system. So by me and her dad not being together, she goes with her dad's on the weekend, so it allows me to be able to like travel more. So for her, she wants to spend more time with her friends. For me, it's an opportunity to be able to travel. But one thing I will say when it comes to being a travel CNA, it provides that flexibility. So we'll talk about right now. Right now in the state of Illinois, we are going through, it's called the COVID-19, aka the COVID.
Coronavirus.
It's the coronavirus, but aka the COVID-19 and stuff is what it's called. So she's out of school now until March the 30th. I kind of knew that this was going to happen, so I did not pick up any shifts or so. So if I want to be off for the next 2 weeks, I can be. If I want to be off for the next month, I can be. I just do not go in and pick up any shifts or so. I think that this job has allowed me flexibility and stuff, and I think at the same time, I think it's kind of beneficial because I'm able to be at home with her, but at the same time, I can also see where she's coming from also because she wants to be able to spend time with her friends and stuff. So being a travel CNA is kind of like a hustle. You have to get out there and work your hustle, like I told you guys. So that means that you're out there working on those weekends or working on those holidays or whatever. You don't have to, but it's a hustle in order to make the money because there's some really, really good money out there. So that's that, and I think we're gonna switch gears. What do you think a CNA is?
A CNA is like a I'm gonna go with what I've been knowing for years.
Mm-hmm.
A CNA is like a nurse at a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have to be at just one. It can be like just.
What do you think they do?
Do like they check up on the patient sometimes. They might like, I don't know, help them get ready for the day,
Mm-hmm.
help them throughout the day, help them get where they need to be during that day.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically.
Is that it? Okay, so that's good. That's the most that she thinks, and I think it's interesting that she said that a CNA is kind of like a nurse. We are all in the nurse pool. There's CNAs, there are resident assistant, there are nurse practitioners, there's regular nurses, there's LPNs. It's just a different form of nursing and stuff. So when it comes to being a CNA, we are the main essential when it comes to being in the whole nursing world and stuff. When that person comes back from the hospital, we are there to check their vitals. We check temps, blood pressure, pulse. When that resident is dying, I don't know if she knows, I had cleaned up probably, I don't know, maybe 50 dead bodies actually. So when the residents were to pass away and stuff, I used to be terrified. When I was her age, I was terrified of death. Like, I used to think crazy stuff. But now, since becoming a CNA, I have been open to understanding that, when you're a CNA, you are this person's last person they're going to see. Their family, may be there, but they're going to remember you because you are who took care of them. You were there for them. You were there during their fears. You were there during their happy times and stuff. So me, I am no longer scared to clean a body. Like, I could never walk into a murder scene, whatever. But as far as being able to see somebody pass away, and we don't call it passing away, we call it transitioning, and it means going into, another form of life, whatever you believe in and stuff. And so for me, I really actually enjoy it. I know people are think it's crazy, but I actually enjoy it because I feel like I'm bringing you peace. I am bringing you, home or so, to wherever you're going to go. And so CNAs are very important to the nursing world because we are kind of like the root. When a tree is being built, it needs those roots to hold it together. When something is wrong with your patient, I had a patient actually today. I was in her room maybe around like 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, boy, something's wrong with her eye. And I was talking to my nurse, and I asked my nurse, I said, hey, do you know what's going on with XYZ's eyes? She goes, oh, her eyes are always like that, just kind of whatever and stuff. So I said, no, her eyes look really funny. So she came in the room, and she looked at her, she goes, yeah, we need to call the doctor. I think she has pink eye. If I would have never reported that, I'm not saying that the nurse would have never seen it, but I was able to bring it to her attention. We can be proactive about it. And, I know I'm thinking the worst case scenario, that lady could have lost her eye if nobody would have paid attention to it or just thought, oh, her eye just does this, her eye just does that or whatever. So being a CNA, you are the root. You're there. You're the first to respond in this and that. We perform CPR. I have been in situations with the doctors, with nurses before, where I had to actively perform CPR. I am Illinois and Missouri CPR, AED, BLS, and first aid certified, also in the state of Illinois and Missouri. But we are the first ones there when it comes to CPR. So you have to know your CPR. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize how out of shape you are until you do CPR. So now we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to talk about a med tech. I just became a med tech in November. Can you explain to them what a med tech is? What you think it is?
Okay. So all I know is that my mom has a hard hearing thing. What's it called? Stethoscopes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got one of those. So I thought my mom was becoming a doctor. Like, I thought she was gonna become an efficient doctor, but she didn't. So when I hear the word med tech, I probably think like maybe she has to work on a computer all day, like electronics all day, with like doctoring and nursing.
So when you hear the word med tech, what do you think? Do you think medicine? Do you think just
like,
medical?
You like work with medicine on computers. Like, you have to like work with special meds and like pills and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess we're on the computer who we have to document, but a med tech is somebody that that passes all the medications in the nursing home. So depending on your state from where you're from, we live in Illinois, but I'm actually a certified med tech in Missouri. Illinois does not recognize med tech. So in Illinois, you have to be a nurse in order to pass meds, or you can pass meds in a assisted living, and in the assisted living, you're technically not passing them or administering them. If I were to give Kiana my phone, I can give her my phone, but she has to be able to, if this was the pill, she has to be able to scoop the pills out herself. If I were to put your hand out, if I were to take the pill case and I dump it over in her hand, I am now administering medication, which is very illegal in the state of Illinois. And if state were to walk in and they see that I am not a nurse, I would be technically tagged, fined, in trouble with my facility, and I could also be in trouble as the facility could also be in trouble also. So in assisted living in the state of Illinois, as long as the resident is able to scoop their own meds out, you can do insulin. I can get your insulin out of the refrigerator. I'm trying to think. I can like when you turn the dial on the say the Novolog or the Lantus or whatever, or so, when I can help you, like you're supposed to have 8 units and you accidentally go over to 10, I can tell you, hey, no, that's not right, you need to go back to or whatever. That's it. But if I were to click that dial for you, I am now administering meds in the state of Illinois. In the state of Missouri, I can give meds. I have the med card. I can pass narcotics. I can crush up meds. I can it's so much to it that I can do. I can give insulin. I am insulin service certified, so I can take AccuChecks. I can give insulin injections with the needle and everything. So it just all depends on your state. So I recently just became that in November. So yeah, so we just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about travel CNA and travel med tech and what it meant to me and what she thought it meant. And this is you guys' first time. I know, like I said, you guys always see my title. It's called Single Mom 618 because that's where we're from, the 618 area. And I kind of want to be able to introduce her to you guys. I will be doing some more videos. I did 2 videos actually on my iPhone, and for some reason iPhone does not agree with YouTube for some reason, so we're recording this video on my tablet. So I do have two more videos. I need to figure out how I can transfer them from my iPhone to my tablet, and I'll be able to upload those. One was a video on what's inside my CNA and CMT bag, because that's really important to have that one. And another one, I think I was just rambling, but we'll see though. So I just wanted to introduce her, and we'll do some more videos. I have to think of some more kid-friendly topics and stuff, okay? So, all right, you guys have a good day. Bye. Tell them bye.
Bye.